throughout the entire year. My goal was always to end up playing Anwa.
It's the closest to pro golf as you come as an amateur.
This young woman is a superstar in the making.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
She is making it look easy right now.
It is just incredible to be able to play at Augusta National.
And this is why we love Augusta National.
17-year-old Tsubasa Kajitani, the champion.
There's a timelessness to Augusta National Golf Club, but the place is still subject to the laws of time. It was 2 years ago when history was made here, women making their way down Magnolia Lane to compete on these grounds for the first time ever. The result was Jennifer Kupcho and Maria Fossey putting on a show for the world to remember.
Wow, my goodness.
Whoa. Leader by one.
It was just so nice to share that moment with my friend. You know, that's really all that was going on in my head.
It was unreal. I never would have thought there would be so many people and so many fans supporting us. It was just a great experience to be able to walk up onto the green knowing the kind of history that Augusta has.
After Kupcho raised the trophy at the inaugural Women's Amateur, the golf world was already looking forward to the follow-up in 2020. But history had other plans.
We have also made the difficult decision to cancel the 2020 Augusta National Women's Amateur.
In late 2020, though, another announcement came. The Augusta National Women's Amateur would return in April of 2021. April! The invitations to follow were opened with elation.
Z, where you going?
The most exciting new event in golf was back.
Pretty exciting, isn't it?
And the best women amateurs in the world were thrilled to be reconvening.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be a part of this tournament again, and I'm really excited to enjoy every part of this week.
It's been a long 2 years, but I'm really excited to be here. It really means the world to be able, to play this week and enjoy and especially have fun.
The format for the 2021 event remains unchanged from 2019. The field will compete over 54 holes of stroke play, with the first 2 rounds contested at nearby Champions Retreat Golf Club on Wednesday and Thursday, and the final round at Augusta National on Saturday. The low 30 players after 36 holes qualify for the final 18, with ties determined by a sudden death playoff. And no matter the result, a practice round for every competitor at Augusta National awaits on Friday. It's safe to say that all the women competing this week are excited to be here. Some just show it a little more effusively.
First impressions, pure.
Very beautiful.
Yep, very beautiful.
Amelia Miliaccio has no problem fitting in during her practice round with her mom on the bag.
We're on the last hole here, hole 18, here with Allison, Aaliyah, and Bridget. We're ready to go for tomorrow.
She's here to compete, sure, but is also making sure to savor every single moment.
I feel very comfortable, I'm very excited, and gonna have a lot of adrenaline on that first tee, but I'm gonna use it to my advantage.
A lot of players in the field dream of going pro, but Miliaccio is eyeing a different path after she graduates from Wake Forest.
I'm not turning pro. I love golf. but I'm really excited for a new chapter. I have a lot of interest and a lot of passions, and I really love school. I really love learning and developing intellectually, and golf has provided me so many opportunities to do that. I love writing. I wrote a book when I was 16 and published it when I was 18 called Just an Illusion, so I really enjoy fiction writing. I'm going to graduate school. Golf has taken me so far, and I'm so grateful for the sport I love.
While one college career might be coming to a close, another is yet to begin.
No, what's happening? Be like, yeah.
17-year-old Amari Avery has verbally committed to USC. But she doesn't hide her admiration for a former Stanford star
The return to glory.
and 5-time Masters champion.
Watching Tiger win in 2019, extraordinary to say the least. Honestly, with him coming back, I just kind of expected him just kind of play and, just maybe win every once in a while, but for him to win the Masters was amazing.
That will be the greatest scene in golf forever.
To now be here and sort of kind of make my own story out here is going to be really fun.
Their California roots aren't the only thing linking Avery and Tiger. They were also both born on December 30th. Both won Junior Worlds. And they also each share a bond connecting their fathers and the game. And it was those relationships that elevated them to the highest levels of amateur golf. This week, that's earned Amari's dad, Andre, a key job.
My caddy this week is going to be my dad. I chose him just because I think it would be special for us to be, in this moment together, and he's happy.
South Carolina sophomore Pauline Rusine Bouchard is dangerous with a putter or 9-iron in hand. That much we know, but it's hardly the only thing that might make her a threat.
I love golf, but at the same time, I love martial arts. So I've been boxing for now 5 years, and then did judo for 9 years. So I'm trying to work on ninja skills. I've been into martial arts since I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I was doing it with my brother. We started with judo. I competed a bit in judo, but then I chose golf. And I just love the discipline and the values that martial arts give you. I like that it's kind of a change in terms of the world that martial arts represents, which is a little bit different than golf, and not being in golf every single day. So martial arts is my escape world that I just love.
Mixed martial arts and golf. An unlikely pairing, maybe. But Rusine Bouchard thinks it gives her an edge heading into the women's amateur. One of the cornerstones already of the women's amateur, after just 2 years, is the international makeup of the field.
Sì, perfetto.
Ana Pelez Trevino. L'azione più importante che ho imparato da 2 anni fa è sicuramente quanto sia importante il gioco corto e il putt su questo campo.
Sí, bueno, es parte de mi juego ya. El hecho que esté jugando ya estoy muy agradecida por el hecho de estar aquí.
This spring, 44 of the 82 players have come from outside the U.S. And after a difficult year all over, just merely getting here can feel like an accomplishment of its own.
I grew up in China and have been away from home for 14.5 months, and my dad just got here last week to caddy for me. So I'm just so grateful to see my family as well because of this. So there's just so much to it, and I can't even express how grateful I am for this opportunity, on so many different levels.
Part of the charm of the event is all the stories intersecting. All the different backgrounds, cultures, and ethnicities coming together for this competition. On Tuesday night, the week officially kicks off. And what better way to start than maybe the most memorable drive in all of golf, down Magnolia Lane.
Questions? Anyone amazed yet?
The silence,
I just want to like go outside and like take it in. Like lay down on the grass. Thank you. Hi. You all look lovely tonight. Thank you for having us.
Waiting on the other side of the storied Augusta National Clubhouse, a dinner to remember. Starting with a gathering underneath the most famous tree in golf.
It's amazing. It exceeds every expectation I think anyone could ever have. I mean, it doesn't matter how high they are. It's incredible.
This dinner has been great so far, but I think everyone kind of has that look in their eye that they want to get it done this week. I can't wait to get to the first hole. I've been playing that tee shot on my head a bunch, so I'm hoping it lands exactly where I've been picturing it.
I think a lot of things would be worth it to be here in this moment. This is the first time I've ever even been on the ground, so I'm just in awe.
Abby Carlson may be the only player in the amateur field who had to take paid time off to be here. The licensed pilot graduated from Vanderbilt in 2020 with a degree in mechanical engineering and is working full-time as an associate at a private aviation firm. But she's got no doubt this vacation will be well worth it.
There's so much history in the champions that have driven down that lane, getting to experience that. It's incredible.
After a group photo is taken,
Good, thank you.
dinner is served, followed by a few words from club chairman Fred Ridley.
This week is one that we all at Augusta National have looked forward to for 2 years now. Our mission in creating this championship was simply to make an impact on women's golf by offering an iconic platform to all of you so we could celebrate and showcase each one of you, the world's best women amateurs.
Wednesday's first round at Champions Retreat starts in the pre-dawn hours. A fog's rolled in, but the focus for these women remains clear. Their pre-round routines are as varied as their golf swings. Some search for a final confidence boost on the range. Some have superstitions, like marking balls. And still, others just want a hug from mom. So the approaches might be different, but once balls are in the air, the objective is the same for every competitor in the field.
4, please. Now driving, Alexa Melton.
The Wake Forest women's golf team has made quite an impression in the first 2 Augusta National women's amateurs. In 2019, Jennifer Kupcho played brilliantly on her way to winning the event. And now this year, 3 fellow Demon Deacons are teeing it up.
Oh my gosh, look at this next par 3.
Among the trio, Rachel Keene.
Are there any easy holes?
Keene plays it cool early as she battles back and forth at Champions Retreat. But her mother is a different story.
Oh. Good speed, Rach. Good putt. Take that. Nice, good putt. I was always nervous when I started. You know, I got to the first hole, but here it's every hole. So I come out and every hole looks like, oh my God, this looks a hard hole. Oh, this is a hard hole. Oh, you don't want to go right. Oh my gosh, you can't go left. It's nerve-wracking to watch. Oh, it's a good shot, pin high, just left.
Brenda knows a golf round can have its ups and downs. She was once an All-American herself at Wake.
When she plays, she's very focused for probably the minute that it takes her to get to her ball. You know, checks her wind, checks her distances, the whole thing, hits. and then she just turns it off. I admire her because I wish I would have played that way. I was always high intensity all the time. So I was exhausted when I finished the round. And she's just happy-go-lucky. Well, go find it, hit it again, and put in the hole with the least shots possible.
One of them's bound to go.
While Keen spends the day over par and flirting with the cut line, her playing partner, reigning U.S. amateur champion Rose Zhang, is among a strong group of contenders, a group that also includes Lynn Grant, Austin Kim, and Keen's teammate at Wake, Amelia Miliaccio, hovering just around par. But they're all chasing Nebraska senior Catherine Smith, who starts hot, taking a commanding early lead at 4 under before rain halts play for the day. With Smith and 28 others unable to finish their first rounds.
This is the biggest stage I've ever competed on. A lot of us women. So, yeah, I mean, anxious, excited. I just wanted to have fun this week. I mean, why ruin a week by putting pressure on yourself? So that was my mindset today.
Heading into day 2, 22 women sit within 2 shots of second place. It's a packed leaderboard. And with conditions only seeming to get tougher, they all know they'll have to fight to earn a place in the final round at Augusta National. 30 spots are up for grabs, though there's certainly one person here today who knows exactly where he'll be on Saturday. It's a place he knows well, even if today he's just a patron.
I just love golf, you know, and it's nice to be out here at a tournament this important. You know, certainly a Champions Retreat looks amazing, and we all know where they're going on Saturday. So it's just really cool to just check it out and be a small part of what's going on out here in terms of watching.
Be good, sit down.
After Austin Kim ends the first round at even par, in round 2, she fights to stay close to that mark. While her sister August, who plays professionally on the Symetra Tour,
So it sounded like she smoked it.
is taking the rare opportunity to give her a big boost from the sidelines.
She's probably my favorite person in the entire universe, so yeah, we're super close. I always tell her I'm her biggest fan, so it's, I haven't actually seen her compete in quite a while, so it's been nice to spend some time with her out here like this.
Austin matches her first day score of 72.
Heck yeah, great round.
The solid start secures her spot in the final round, much to August's delight.
What a superstar. Who did your media training? Good job. Thanks. Thank you.
Tied with Kim entering the final round is Olivia Mahaffey. After the Arizona State Sun Devil fired the round of the day, registering a 69 in less than ideal conditions.
It was tough, it was a grind, the wind was swirly, it was a little bit wet, and I told myself before I went in that it was going to be tough and just, you know, kind of grind it out.
Mahaffey and Kim sit just a shot back of co-leader and world amateur #1, Rose Zhang.
I feel all right with my score, but overall I think it's a pretty solid day. Just a lot of small mistakes out there.
Zhang is tied with Sweden's Ingrid Lindblad, who shot a second round 70. Lindblad's fellow countrywomen Lynn Grant and Beatrice Wallen are also in at 2 and 4 over, respectively.
Beatrice Wallen. That's good. Yeah, that was really good.
Of the international contingent, 4 competitors are from Sweden.
I mean, it's really weird being in another country and then you play with people who speak the same language as you, because at LSU, I just speak English to everyone. So just spend a week with Swedish people, it's pretty special.
I think that we really can inspire each other and make each other better.
It's just nice to be out and help each other out and
have a little competition while we're out there.
We're such strong players, and I think that we all have a great game. We're all good ball strikers, and I think that we're people to look out for.
No Swede, man or woman, has ever won at Augusta National. Something these four will hope to change on Saturday night.
The golf course is tough, so just to get that on paper that you actually won is a great achievement. I think any player who's out here would kill for that spot to be able to win, and so would I.
It's a long way there, and it's a lot of golf to play. If your clubs can talk, is what we usually say. I believe we can shoot a good score and actually win at Augusta.
To be the first would be great, but I just want to win it.
The fourth Swede in the field is Maja Stark, who has work to do to join the other three in the final round. She battles through round two, fighting all the way back to reach a playoff with four other women, with only one spot available on Saturday. Among them, Day 1 leader Catherine Smith and 17-year-old Amari Avery. After all five of them find the fairway off the tee, all but one find the green. And after watching three others fail to capitalize with a birdie, Stark has this 18-foot downhole putt for hers. The last of the five to putt is Yu Sang-ho. She watches as her birdie attempt and her chance at extending the playoff come up just short. Stark has secured a spot in Saturday's final round. And there are some friends ready and waiting with a congratulatory hug.
I kind of felt like I had it on the putt because it didn't break very much, so I'm just happy I made it. I've had this whole strategy in my head for 2 years because I want some revenge. I'm really excited to get back to Augusta.
With Stark's putt, the field of 30 is finalized. And 14 players are within 5 shots of the co-leaders, setting the stage for a tremendous final round at Augusta National.
Nice to meet you. Real quick, ladies, just inside the ropes today, player, Augusta National caddy, and anyone who's credentialed as a caddy for the event for tomorrow is allowed inside the ropes. There is an exception to that on number 12 at Hogan's Bridge. We're going to have a photographer there, and you can bring on your family and have a picture made on Hogan's Bridge. And our custom here at the club is we play one ball from the tee to the green. If you want to hit some chips and putts extra, that's fine. You ask you keep up with the group ahead, okay? And that'll be it.
With the first 2 rounds completed, all 82 competitors
Very excited to be back.
are welcome to Augusta National on Friday morning for a practice round. For those who made the cut, it's a chance to prepare for tomorrow.
If I can carry that left bunker, then I can go for the pin. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that looks like a good shot.
So just play to what? Back left, kind of at that tower?
For everyone on the course, the elation is well apparent.
Incredible perfection, like a golfer's dream.
Fun to play, too. Like, fun shots to hit. It's like the best golf course in the world for a reason. It's gorgeous. Fun to be here just as a golfer and, like, hit the shots and understand why the pros love to come here every year.
It's a treat. It's beyond belief, you know, to have 82 of the best women players in the world playing here right now, and my daughter's one of them. We just cherish every moment of it.
It's kind of hard to describe. It's just incredible. It's amazing. The course is so beautiful, and the TV doesn't do it justice.
So much of the history and tradition of Augusta National Golf Club unfolds with the world watching.
One of the epic performances in the annals of the sport.
The ceremonial tee shots.
Masters tournament is officially underway.
The jacket ceremony just north of 18 on Sunday. And the list goes on.
Jack Nicklaus, the 1963 champion, helps Palmer into the victor's green Augusta jacket.
Friday night, before the final round, all the competitors and their guests are asked to take part in commencing a new tradition here, in a setting never before seen by the greater public, Berkman's Place.
Tonight we're at Berkman's Place. This is like the best place in sports hospitality. Right now we're on the putting green out back. There's 3 of them, but they're modeled after 3 of the holes at Augusta. I mean, inside it holds so much history of golf over the years.
This is just the most unimaginable opportunity to see your kid get to participate and get to, partake in something of this magnitude is just, it's mind-blowing, really.
Even for those in contention for the trophy, the fun is impossible to avoid tonight. Which is welcome, considering sleep before a final round at Augusta tends to be hard to come by. And there are a few people on the guest list who know the feeling.
You need to pay really close attention to the hole locations and then start to work back from there. And understand the strategies and where you need to leave your ball to allow yourself the best possible opportunity to still play aggressive on and around the greens. The green complexes and the hole locations is where I believe this tournament is going to get won and lost.
The evening's capped with a putting contest. The final highlight of an unforgettable day and night at Augusta National. As the sun rises on Saturday, a natural spotlight is cast directly on the 30 women who've earned their place in the final round. And now, the next 18 holes of golf will be among the most important they've ever played. They make their way to the first tee and hear their names called.
Amelia Miliacho.
And then set off, group by group, down the fairway for a journey to remember. They'll be walking in the footsteps of the Palmers, the Nicklases, the Players, the Phils, and the Tigers, sure. But they'll also be writing their own history along the way. The narrative is all theirs. Though they know in the end, only one will be crowned a champion. Still, as the final round begins, you can't help but notice what they've all accomplished. Just to get here, at the 2021 Augusta National Women's Amateur.
4, please.
Hello, it's high noon on a cool, clear, but sensational Saturday. We're so pleased to say welcome back to the Augusta National Golf Club. It's the final round of the second Augusta National Women's Amateur, the encore to an unforgettable opening act.
4, please. Hannah Alberto now driving.
The first to play today, Sam Houston State senior Hannah Alberto. And the winner of the 5-for-1 playoff, Maya Stark.
4, please. Maya Stark now driving.
14 groups will follow, but the excitement of the final round doesn't take long to take hold.
The junior at Florida State, Beatrice Wallin from Sweden, enjoying the view of the 12th a bit more.
Extremely difficult to two-putt this, but what a job that Emma is doing. What great touch that is from the back of the 9th.
As the final groups head out, the roars only grow louder. Starting the day 5 shots back, France's Pauline Roussine Bouchard fights her way into contention on the first 9 with birdies at 2, 4, 5, and 7.
For her 4th birdie today. Oh, and she nails it. Beautiful putt.
Not to be outdone is Roussine Bouchard's playing partner, Amelia Miliaccio. She starts with a birdie on 1, followed by another on 3 to pull within 2 of the leaders early. And the birdies aren't just falling for these two. Northern Ireland's Olivia Mahaffey takes full advantage of the par 5s, registering birdies at 2 and 8.
Olivia Mahaffey now shares the lead here in the final round of this Augusta National Women's Amateur.
One group back, Japan's Tsubasa Kajitani rides a steady wave of play to keep her name firmly in the conversation.
Oh, Mike, this is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Meanwhile, fellow 17-year-old and tournament favorite Rose Zhang, playing in the final pairing, finds herself scrambling early on, but maintains a steady hand.
Oh, this looks nice. Outstanding.
Wow.
What a putt.
A birdie on the par 3 4th moves her to 2 under, where she'll stay until a bogey on the 9th drops her back to 1 under, and even par for the day. Her playing partner and co-leader heading into the day, Ingrid Lindblad, bogeys 2 of her first 3 holes.
Ingrid had trouble off the tee at number 1, so the sophomore from LSU struggling a little bit.
But she minimizes the damage, going bogey-free to keep herself in contention, stepping onto the 10th tee.
Oh, yeah.
And Lindblad isn't alone. As the final group makes the turn, 6 women are within 4 shots of the leaders, setting up the opportunity for plenty of drama on the back 9 of Augusta National Golf Club. It was the late, great golf writer Dan Jenkins who wrote that the Masters doesn't start until the back 9 on Sunday. And even though it's a sparkling Saturday on these grounds, the point seems to be holding at the 2nd Augusta National Women's Amateur, because the excitement is only rising as they turn for home. Amelia Miliaccio is the first contender to make some noise with a birdie at 10. After pars at 11 and the par 3 12, opportunity is knocking on 13. After laying up, Miliaccio flies her 3rd to the top of the green, leaving herself some work to do with the putter.
Miliaccio for par. Remember, her 3rd ended up at the top part of the green, and that is a 3-putt bogey.
It may be a missed opportunity, but her family and friends aren't losing hope just yet. Just an hour ago, she had a share of the lead. Now, a double bogey on 12 puts her 4 over for the last 4 holes. A few groups back, Karen Friedgaard of Denmark is making her charge.
Oh. She knew it as soon as it came off the blade. She knew it was in.
She sure did. Wow, the fist bump before it even got to the bottom of the cup.
A birdie at 11 is her third in 5 holes. She sits at 2 under for the day. While Friedgaard was bolting into contention heading through Amen Corner, following behind her, Olivia Mahaffey's championship dreams take a huge hit.
It's got to go. Since that birdie at the 8th really has been a struggle.
After walking off the 8th green with a share of the lead, a double bogey on 12 puts her 4 over on the last 4 holes. Meanwhile, on 14, the steady play of Japan's Tsubasa Kajitani is starting to pay off.
At 14, Tsubasa Kajitani started the day at 1 over.
Sitting at even par for the day, she drains a birdie putt at the par 4.
She acted surprised. It looked like a good putt the whole way.
He's just 2 behind the lead.
Then on the par 5 15, an amazing approach shot sets up this birdie and a chance to tie for the lead.
Oh, confident.
And what a great up and in that is. Tie for the lead.
But this is all just the start of a 45-minute span that will be remembered for years to come at Augusta. First, Rose Zhang with an unthinkable snap hook on 13.
Look out.
Oh, goodness. She wanted a draw, not a pull hook. This could be real trouble.
Her father may be all the way across the fairway, but he senses what's just happened.
I don't know it's in water. Maybe I saw it's touch the dead tree. It's down.
As Zhang heads back to play her third on the 13th tee after a lost ball. Up ahead on 15, Friedgaard, holding a share of the lead at 1 under, is going for the green in 2.
Sounds heavy.
Oh my goodness, it tried to hang on, but falls back down into the penalty area.
As if anyone needed a reminder of the thin margins at Augusta, she'll go on to double bogey the 15th and drop to 1 over. Just minutes later, on 18, Miliaccio, who followed her bogey on 13 with a birdie on 14, hits a tremendous third after her drive found the fairway bunker.
Another beautiful approach shot from Amelia.
Setting up a par. And that gives her the clubhouse lead at 1 over. Back on 13, Zhang, playing her 4th from the fairway,
Fairway wood trying to get it on the surface of the green somewhere,
finds the tributary of Race Creek. She'll triple bogey the hole to fall back to 2 over.
Tsubasa Kajitani from Japan is in terrific position, 2 clear of the rest of the field in the late stages of the final round here at Augusta.
All of that drama leaves Japan's Tsubasa Kajitani all alone in the lead, standing on 17 fairway. But like nearly everyone else in the top 10, Kajitani stumbles.
Oh, that's very heavy, I believe.
A 3-putt after coming up short of the green drops her back to 1 over and in a 6-way tie for first place. With new life on 18, Stanford's Rachel Heck and Austrian Emma Spitz both have chances to tie the clubhouse lead.
1 over has been posted, so Heck has to make this to be part of it. Oh, she just missed.
Both make bogey, which leaves them on the outside looking in. Waiting in the fairway, Khachatani needs a solid effort with wedge in hand for her third.
Yeah. Look out, look out! Oh. Wow. That's a sensational third shot that she hit.
She drops it to 3 feet and makes the putt to join Miliacho in the clubhouse at 1 over. Back at 14, in the final pairing, Zhang is still alive and quickly erases the memories of the previous hole.
So Zhang has this for birdie, and after making it 8 on the 13th, she finds herself back atop the leaderboard.
While Ingrid Lindblad momentarily tied for the lead, bogeys and drops back to 2 over par. Seconds later on 18, Friedgard, who fought back after the double on 15 to get into a tie for the lead.
No, she was looking for that angle of way to get out to prevent what we saw.
Exactly.
Leaves it well short of the green and goes on to bogey 18 and finish at 2 over. With Friedgard finished, it leaves just 4 players on the course. Khachatani and Miliacho, who finished her round nearly an hour ago, are tied at 1 over in the clubhouse. All they can do is wait and listen. Back on 17, Sweden's Lindblad stays in the conversation with a birdie to put her 1 back of the leaders, heading to the final hole.
Keep going.
Stretch! Yes!
What a great birdie, Mike. The dream is still alive for her here.
But the hole is not as good for co-leader Rose Zhang, as she bogeys the 17th to fall out of a share of the lead.
She'll need a birdie coming up 18.
Stepping to the tee on 18, they'll both need birdie to join Miliacho and Khachatani in the playoff. After solid tee shots, both have great looks at the green. But Lindblad's approach falls short right. She'll get up and down for par and finish at 2 over. Then it's Zhang's turn with a chance to make it a 3-woman playoff.
You couldn't have a better look at it on this 18th green at Augusta National in terms of a must-make.
It slides just by, and Zhang's day is over. Even as the Augusta National Women's Amateur will continue, on this day, after all the twists and turns, 18 holes have not been enough to decide a champion. The playoff pits the Wake Forest senior Miliacho against the Japanese phenom Khachatani.
Amelia, you were in first, so you have the honor.
Both step to the 18th tee with no nerves evident. Two drives straight down the middle of the fairway. But next, Miliacho, the first to play, makes a crucial mistake.
And that is gonna be such an incredibly difficult shot.
Then, Khachatani plays it safe to the backside of the green. Playing her third from one of the most difficult places on the entire course, Miliacho comes up short.
If you're Amelia, you got to hang in there right now.
Her family and friends may still be holding out hope, but they know opportunity in sudden death is scarce.
Khachatani is basically taking this 45-foot putt and making it feed down the slope towards the flag.
Good weight there.
A solid effort on her fourth leaves Miliacho a 3-footer for bogey, but she doesn't get the chance.
Chairman Fred Ridley, when it was announced 3 years ago, talked about inspiring greater interest and participation in the women's game, and that may be fulfilled internationally if Tsubasa Khachatani can make this putt to win.
Tsubasa Kajitani wins at Augusta National Golf Club.
17-year-old Tsubasa Kajitani, the champion of the second playing of the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
How big is this win for you?
For the runner-up, it's still been an experience to savor, particularly with Mom at her side.
It was so special. I mean, this is probably the last tournament she's gonna caddy for me in, and to have it at the most elite amateur tournament is pretty amazing, and it's a privilege.
This was a scene that so many waited for, so patiently, for so long.
I want to thank the 82 competitors who played so well. I hope what you accomplished here this week will deepen your affection for this great game and inspire others to one day be just like you. Congratulations to all of you.
After so much uncertainty, the anticipation was sizable. But in the end, the result lived up. Camaraderie and class were on display in the midst of the competition, while they pushed each other as far as they could. It also felt like they knew they were part of something together. Something to share. On a stage that was built for the best tournament golf in the world. On this day, that's just what the world saw. 30 women playing for history, with so much of their future ahead of them, and becoming part of a tale still just evolving, of the Augusta National Women's Amateur.